On the left, the electrician has measured another outlet in the room and is using the height rod to make sure he gets the outlet he's putting in at exactly the same height. All he did was level the perfect cutter, and he's already punched the button to start the vacuum, which means he can now start cutting his hole. On the right, we allowed the electrician just to pick a convenient place on the tile, and he's drawing the outline of a box. Of course, the outline he's drawing is going to be reversed when he turns the box around and puts it in the hole, so he has to make some manual adjustments to get the shape exactly the way he needs it so that the outlet will fit in the hole. You can see that in this example, we're assuming the wire has already been fished in the wall from another outlet nearby. Once the electrician on the right has the outlet drawn on the wall with a pencil, he starts by cutting into the wall with the tile bit. He's using his finger to keep the tool from touching the wall because that sand or grit coming out of the cut would make scratches or mar the wall, so he has to hold the tool a few millimeters away from the wall to prevent it from scratching the wall. On the left, you see the electrician has already finished his hole. He is now cleaning it using the Python brush. The vacuum during the cutting process collected all of the dust. Where on the right, you can see the dust is blowing all over the room. He's trying to view the penciled line, and so he has his face down very close to the cut, and he's not only breathing the dust, but it's getting all over his eyes, face, and skin. In order to keep you entertained, we just didn't want to stop the video on the left, so we asked the electrician to go ahead and see if you could install an outlet while the electrician on the right is still attempting to do the initial job of cutting the hole into tile. Now the Rotozip vibrates every now and then. That's fairly common because he's trying to keep the bit from just going through the tile on the first pass. And there you see the vibrations got away from him because of the way he has to hold the tool away from the wall, and he broke the bit. So there goes approximately $7 or $8 in cost into this tile hole. Now he has the time required to find another bit, remove the stub of the bit, and install a new bit and get it adjusted. The electrician on the left is continuing to work on the outlet and has now installed the box, stripped his wires, and is going to proceed to actually wire the outlet and try to get it installed. On the right, the electrician is finding a new bit and installing it, and this is fairly typical. We asked him to cut several holes, and the instructions we gave both electricians was don't hurry too fast, but we are going to measure your time. You have to get a good cut, which means it can't be very sloppy. It has to fit the box as well as you can cut, which means they tried to go slow enough to get that accomplished. We also told them that bits breaking would be added to their time and cost, and so the electrician on the right told us several times he was going slow because he knew the faster he tried to go in tile, the more likely it would be that he would break more bits. In another example of trying to cut a hole, he was actually broke 2 bits. But he's doing a good job. He's maintaining his line control. He's running his finger many times along the wall to keep the tool removed, using his finger as sort of a pad, and of course the powder is soaking into his skin and getting all over his face. If it's a hot, sweaty day or he wears bifocals, it makes this job of following the pencil line in the dust storm extremely difficult. On the left, the electrician is getting close to finishing his outlet. He's breaking the tabs off and is going to basically screw the outlet into the box. But you can see the electrician on the right is still making a huge amount of dust. He's now making a second pass through the hole by pushing the bit in farther to try to cut the drywall portion of the wall at this time. So he is actually making a second complete pass around the outlet hole, producing even more dust that will have to be cleaned and swept up. Now he has completed the initial cut, and he's got to brush the dust away in order to keep it from falling on the floor when he's installing the box. And you can see that the box now fits very well, and the electrician on the right did a great job on the first cut to get a box that would fit that good. The electrician on the left, of course, has completed the entire cleanup and the wiring process. So if you compare the Python to the Rotozip, you can see in the same 4.5 minutes, one electrician is completely clean. The one on the right has to start wiring his box and do a cleanup, which will take him 15 to 20 minutes. Now, the only way to believe that this is really possible for yourself is to actually order a Python Perfect Cutter, have it shipped to your shop, and have your guys go out and cut real holes in customers' walls. Once you see it cutting those holes, controlling the dust, protecting the wall, and saving the amount of time that it really saves, you'll find out that you really need a Python Perfect Cutter in every one of your service vans.